Well, we all know those songs that make us want to dance, and there's something about that dancing that just makes us feel good.
Isn't it true? I love that. And if you think that you can't dance, we're about to change that. Wayne Corso and Marie Corso are joining us now with Astaire Dance Studios. It's great to have you here again.
Thanks for having us.
Wedding season coming up.
Yep.
And because the weather is already turning, it's so beautiful. But that's when people start to think about dance lessons. So what can you tell us about that? I'm sure you get a lot of people who come in and say, please help me.
We do, yeah. And those are, that's the hardest ones. The ones that come in like, my wedding is next week. Can you help me?
So plan a little farther in advance.
Plan a little farther in advance.
Sure.
But that's what we do. I mean, we love to help young people with their wedding dance, and then the parents get involved too. So, you know, there's the father wanting to give his bride away, his daughter away, and there's opportunities for dancing that's either welcome or the source of anxiety. So yeah, we're trying to take care of the latter.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, you have to take the complete picture, right? You have to pick the right song, you have to pick the right dance for the song. So do you help them sort of narrow it down to what would be the best?
You bet.
Okay.
Yeah. They normally come in with a couple of songs in mind.
Yeah.
And then we can show them the dances, and then we can sort of give them an idea of what would this dance look like to your song, and what do you think? So.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the easier option if you only have 7 days?
Or the harder option?
Right. I would go with a different song. So the parents of the bride, so how do you help them?
Well, a lot of the time they want to, you know, a lot of them say they don't want to look stupid on the dance floor, so they have a lot of the same, you know, fears that we see with everyone else, you know. So we just have them come in, just like we do the bride and the groom. A lot of the times they may be interested in wanting to do a dance together, you know. We do father-daughter, we do son and mother kind of a thing. But one thing that's kind of nice about the parents coming in is that once they come in and they've had a few lessons, and most of them have stayed. They've stayed with us, especially at that time in their lives when the kids are moving on. Empty nest thing takes
It's sort of a newfound passion, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're sort of just uncovered because you were doing something else, and all of a sudden, just like your story, it grabs you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's always kind of nice to see that they enjoy it, and a lot of them remain with us.
And so what are the types of dances? You were mentioning the waltz or the foxtrot, or what are the dances that you typically see people do at weddings? Maybe some of the easier ones?
Well, we try to kind of put it in perspective for people, because if you ask someone how many dances there are out there, they'll say, oh my God, there's about 200, 300. Well, realistically, there's two types of dancing. There's smooth and there's rhythm. So we kind of really tried to keep it, narrow things down for them, so that we say you're smooth, and underneath your smooth, you have your list of your foxtrot, your waltz, your tango, and rhythm, you have cha-cha, swing, rumba, that kind of a thing. You know?
I think we've seen, I'm interested in this question, this is just a total sidebar, but I think we see a lot of those Facebook videos where the grooms are getting together and they're doing those types of dances. So you see the grooms come in sometimes and maybe want to do something fun.
For sure.
For sure.
Oh, that's great.
Or the couple may decide we're going to start off nice and slow, and then we're going to bust out in the middle of our dance.
I love that.
Yeah, we do too, because it's a lot of fun for us to put those choreographies together as well.
And I think too, sometimes the misconception might be that the dance has to be so complex. It has to be this big blowout performance. But if you want to simplify it, sometimes it's easier to just make it simple, right? And if people want to keep it simple, you can help them do that.
You bet. We concentrate on style and not on steps.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And
help
we were
them
watching
get over their fear.
Exactly. We were watching that video, and the point is that no matter your fitness level, no matter your experience level, you guys will guide them through.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So how should somebody prepare for this? I mean, you start slowly and they start to catch on a little bit, or can they prepare before they come and see you?
They should just start early. That's the only thing I would say. Because honestly, people that come in, we were at a bridal show yesterday, and there were people coming in that were going to get married 2 years from now.
Oh, wow.
And they stopped, and it's a perfect time, because they might find that they enjoy their dancing, and it's a fabulous activity to share together.
Yes.
And then after that, they've got the basics, they become better dancers, and then they can we could put a choreography.
You've helped so many people. How quickly can people learn, would you say? Like a couple of weeks, you know, get a dance down?
Weeks is kind of stretching it a little bit. Can we do it? Yes. But a lot of what we usually will tell people is, what do you want to look like on your wedding day? So if you're out there and you're doing your dance, and we know that we have a limited amount of time with you, you know, usually when people are first learning, this is how they dance. They just look at their feet, and learning the dances from the feet up. So their mind hasn't made that connection yet. The muscle memory hasn't taken effect. So when they're dancing, they're looking at their feet. And if you're comfortable with that, and you want to dance like that, or do you want to dance with your head up? Do you want to show that you have that confidence? The couple that's on the screen I was learning an Argentine tango. So an Argentine tango dance is a little more challenging for people to learn who've never danced before, but that's what they wanted to do. So a lot of the times they don't know until they come in maybe how many lessons they'll truly need. So we usually bring everybody in on an introductory offer of 2 lessons, or we give them a complimentary lesson.
Okay.
And let them just kind of feel what the whole environment is like at the studio and feel for themselves.
Well, and I think the environment at the wedding really matters, and people get into it, and people are so focused because they are in the middle of the dance floor, and they benefit as well.
Yep.
Right.
And,
Yeah,
and people are anxious about it. A lot of people come in and say, I've got some weddings coming up and I want to look good. I've been embarrassed before. I've stayed off the dance floor because I'm, anxious about the whole thing and nervous, and it's not a good situation.
Right.
So,
Well, and you guys are so calming too. I mean, it can be intimidating, I think, going into a situation like a dance studio, but you guys make it easy. So tell people, just to give them an idea what the process is when they come into the studio, what's sort of the first thing they expect that you guys will teach them or show them?
well, the first thing we do is greet them at the door.
Yeah, okay.
No, honest. We greet them at the door. We bring them in. We make sure that they come onto the dance floor in a sort of a formal way. And then we just go through very, very easy. The first thing we have people do is walk.
Yeah.
So,
Because you may be walking.
because everybody can walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's just to get a feel for what it's like in the studio with our instructors, and that's what the first lesson is. No quizzes.
Right.
There's no level of expectation at
Nothing
all.
at all.
Just
That's
to have fun.
probably
It's to put people at ease.
That's the best part of it. And so you might grab it in wedding season. It might follow you the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
for
Right?
sure.
That's sort of the idea.
Love that.
Thank
Can't
you
take
guys
it away
so
from
much
you.
for coming back here. We'll see you
Yeah,
soon.
thanks for having
See you
us.
soon.
If you're planning your wedding and you're looking for new dance moves, Fred Astaire Dance Studios is offering a complimentary 40-minute lesson to 4 couples. Just make sure that you mention the Morning Blend. If you want more information, visit fredastaire.com/Tucson or call 520-300-5490.